Hello and welcome, yeah. And or welcome. Go check out the Atomic Shop. And let's play the game. There's so much to do. I didn't play much yesterday because I played Deathloop, a brand new game. Okay? Brand new game. Deathloop. It's pretty cool. But here we are with Fallout 76, my bread and butter. Long-term flim-flam. Very long-term. I enjoy games that have long-term progression, you know. Here there's all sorts of things to do. You know. Base building is a big part of it. Decorating for a purpose. You know what I mean? It's like a psychological flim-flam thing. It makes a person feel comfortable when they walk up on your base. They end up spending some money, hanging out for a second, defending it. You know? Pretty cool. Same thing with the workshops. Speaking of workshops, I have to go take over a bunch. I've been slacking in that category recently. Oh yeah. But here we are, and here we are again. I'll begin this journey by joining some public team. Yeah, sure. Yep. Let's go check out these challenges. I think I finished it for the day. Killed 2 more cryptids, that's fine. Check out my build. I'm currently in the I'm in the grenade launcher build because I have way too many. So this build is sort of annoying for other people, but that's okay. Reduce weight for explosives. Blocker. Grenadier increases the explosive radius. I could target their limbs. Yes, I'm only on PC there, Matthew. Rejuvenated. Better effect at full health and hydration, or at full hunger and hydration. Suppressor. I'll probably take that off. Yep. Everything else is fine. Bloody Mess, Grim Reaper Sprint. I'll be one-shotting them. I put Suppressor on because I was doing the daily up yesterday. And I figured it would be very helpful. So let's go check out the daily up again. Vault 94. Communists. And they explode. Let's just start right now and begin the show. And I'll see how it is. Normally I'll wait until the end of the stream to do the daily op. Let's just run around just like this without any significant preparation. I'll eat whatever food I happen to have on me. Okay. Whatever food. I'm not doing melee. There we go. Bunch of general upgrades. I have to cook some food here. Addict all. Random magazine. Whatever. There we go. Checking out these extra magazines. Nope. Yeah. Damage versus robots. Sure. Radax diluted. And we begin. We turn down this music. It's a bit lewd. And we begin. 3, 2, 1, Berry Mentat. I have none. So I have to do that as well.
Some weirdo got the idea to listen in on our transmissions. Let's shut him down before they disrupt our operations. We're gonna need to reduce the enemy numbers here for me to get you better intel. Take a few of them out.
Okay. I want to target their legs.
Try and keep this one quiet. The hostiles nearby are beefier than usual. Taking on too many at once would be a bad idea.
Or torso, I guess. That suppressor will be helping here. So, I'd like to make some berry mentats and red green flour. Who? And who? There you go.
Look alive. I got intel on a code. One of these targets is carrying it. Eliminate him so we can shut down an interceptor.
Yeah.
There we go. The code carrier is down.
Done.
Now let's shut down one of those interceptors. Never knew what hit them.
And we run, run,
Keep
run.
it up. Wipe out another group and I'll try to get a lead on the next code.
Still very fast. I don't like legacy weapon users. I don't approve. I consider it cheating.
Code carrier in your area. My intel is light, but make it easy and kill them all. Don't make a racket, all right? Shut down another interceptor with that code. They'll probably keep ramping up their presence near the interceptors, so
Faster.
tread carefully.
Gotta go fast. Real fast.
Excellent. Just one more interceptor to go. You know the drill. Wipe out a few more while I gather additional intel.
Don't want to kill myself with this blast damage. Okay. Gotta be careful now. Ugh. All the splash damage.
I got news on that final code. Looks like the top cheese of this little gang has it. You'll need to strategize before taking this one on. Godspeed. Tango down. Good work. Use that code to shut off the last interceptor and let's be done with this.
Yoo-hoo. I'm done. Let me get out of here. Previously earned. So there's a lot to do. I have to get more berry mentats and more razor green flour, or maybe do the monster mash. I haven't done that in a couple weeks. It's approaching the end of September, so I might as well do it all the time. You know?
But you come to me ASAP. It's more than just
Let me join some other team.
the quicker you recover on this equipment, the better.
Alright.
Yo,
Okay, I have nothing. Check the map for public events, and there are none.
Style that I can respect. You know what I mean?
Sure. And sure. Why not? Cool. I'll just break everything down really quick. Really quick. Whatever the heck I have on me. Nothing. That's cool. I'll put all this non-explosive ammo in the box really quick. Normally I have to do some minor maintenance whenever I first start out. And that's what we're doing now. Fusion cell. There you go. There you go. I'll get rid of it later on. It's getting straightened out here really quick. Alright. Anything important here? Anything important? I'll keep. All the rest I'll get rid of. Nice. Sort by weight. All this ore I have to process. That's for sure. It's stuff like that that comes and bites you. See, earlier I did a big old ore run, but I never transferred back over. Alright, let me check out my weapons. Awesome. Let's modify this build a bit. And head over to Pepper Shaker PA, make sure I'm good to go. Ordnance Express, Butcher's Bounty, One Gun Army, fine. And I have, boom, Vampire. I got Bloodied. Bam. Am I using Fireproof? I think I need Fireproof no matter what. So I'll take off Butcher's Bounty and I'll put Butcher's Bounty 1 on. Okay, and I'll take off, Woodchucker for now. Or I'll take off Ghoulish. And I'll move those 2 points over. From Perception to Endurance. And I'll put on Fireproof. Just in case I want to use my grenade launcher so I don't kill myself as readily. You know? Fireproof. Big capital F. Done. Awesome.
Finally, a nice day.
I'm at 10 fusion cores, that's fine. Alright. Let's head over here across the map and knock out some events as they emerge. Emergent events. I'm not really doing this for XP, I'm doing this for general loot and plans and other things. You end up getting everything that you need before you need it, if you do this sort of thing.
Calling all fire breathers. Larkin here, and I've got a priority alert for you. We picked up another one of them automated survey vertipops out in the ash heap. Those things are great for salvage, but you'll need to hit it hard and fast if you're gonna knock it down. The noise also tends to attract unwanted attention, so watch your backs. Good luck. Try not to get killed.
Yeah. And I am using... You see, I'm not even using Demolition Expert. I guess I could be less reliant upon the combo damage and just give myself slightly more capability. Slightly, like 2%. You know, sometimes I am sort of reliant upon the combo damage. But I'll move those 5 points from agility over to intelligence to allow for Demolition Expert. Give myself a bit more versatility. Or maybe not. The problem is really that I made too many grenades. You know? But there really is a different build. That's why Barry Mentat's pretty important. Just like that. Hail, Ross, and hail. There you go. I can do the partial Barry Mentats run because I already have a lot of standard Mentats. There you are. I couldn't find you. Yeah. And right across. Yes, I'm doing just fine. Sweet Caroline. All right. Up the hill and in. Let's script something. Okay, let's go in my little box and pull out a few more items. I'm sure I have. I think I have a lot. And these grenades as well. I'll hold on to the flares. Get rid of a few things that I picked up recently. Okay. All this garbage. Gotta get rid of it. I hit my limit quite often. You know, you can only turn in so many items to the script vendor before you don't get any additional currency. So at that point, I have to store it, give it away, sell it, transfer it to my other character. Long-term storage. Wait until the next day and then get rid of it again. Yeah. Such a fun time. Get it nice and clean. Nice and clean. So I can store more items inside my stash. Give myself more versatility. Hail, Chris, yeah. Here we are again. And get rid of a couple other things. Stuff I'm not using. I'll put in that box over there. I'll store this for later. Done. All these other mods I'll hold. Done. Cool. Leave the armor. Yeah. You see, what Ross is saying is true. Inventory management is a huge component of the game. That's why I'm doing this right now towards the beginning, where I have to make sure I do a deep scrub down. What happens is I start with a deep scrub down where I get as skimpy as possible. I'll get rid of all the fluff, you know? A lot of it is from the day before. For example, I have a bunch of this ore, you know? A bunch of stuff to sell, a bunch of excess grenades and everything. That really does add up. All these extra plans are a quarter pound each, you know? It all adds up. The other ammo, if you just don't worry about it and just loot everything, you're gonna hit a wall and you won't know what to do, and it'll seem like it's way too much work if you do it way later. But still, I still have to take the time at the beginning of the stream to get all nice and skimpy. That's what I'm doing. It's a big deal, and a lot of it is knowledge based. You know, you have to sort of know what is good and what is bad, what's worth getting rid of, holding on to, what sells, what doesn't sell, and how to get more of what you're getting rid of. It's a big deal, and that's why I'm grateful that I spent a lot of time playing this darn thing, because all those weird, confusing things I know the answers to, or I know how to get the answers, or it's just a combination of existing knowledge. You know, new information is introduced over time, and you deal with it. That was everything, right? Sure, that actually wasn't all that much. The problem is I have a set of armor in my stash that is currently not on a chassis, so I have to get another chassis. Alright, so I'm not in my armor, so I will head over here to my builder build. Alright. Shifted over my stuff, so I'm using Hard Bargain and Party Boy. Okay. Hard Bargain, Party Boy. And a full set of Unyielding. And then I'll be using a Grape Mentat. And I don't have any sweet rolls, but I'll use an alcohol that provides charisma, and with Party Boy it'll multiply it times 3. So there's a bunch of stuff like Old Possum, New River, Red Ale, a bunch of the beers. See, charisma 3, and then I sell.
Stock up now while supplies.
So I start off with the weapons, and I'll get rid of all the grenades. And you know what? I think I'll just sell these tomahawks. The cool thing is I'm selling them to the vendor, so some lucky person gets to get some tomahawks for free or cheap. It's probably probably be cheaper if you bought it from me, because here, well, no, they cost 2 each to buy them back. I was selling them for 5. All right, I sell the extra apparel. People like those different colored asylum suits.
The wasteland without the proper supply.
Go down the list here, sort by nothing. I press Q there. All the ingredients I'm not using right now I'll get rid of. I'll get more corn later. A lot of the pre-war foods I get rid of if it's non-radioactive. You see how there's 2 versions here? The version that's radioactive is the one that is used in recipes. So I'll go for the non-radioactive version and get rid of it.
Welcome, citizen.
Alright, all this other alcohol.
Authorized to trade supplies.
Potato soup. I'll get rid of this potato. I'll get more from the General Steakhouse whenever I get the trio of ingredients for the Hemlock Holes Cook quest. Where I get it from. There you go. I'm a carnivore.
Ammunition.
I'm a carnivore.
And other supplies available here.
Alright. Show. Blood pack, get rid of you. Medics, I'll get rid of you. I'll get rid of the buff tats. Keep the mentats. I'll be turning that into berry mentats. It makes it easier. I do the full run where I get both mentats and berry mentats and craft them. Or I just collect mentats on the side, because these other vendors, they don't sell berry mentats, but they sell mentats all the time. Sets of 2 and so forth. And it all adds up. Yeah. Cycle buff, I don't want that because I'm bloodied.
Now trading.
It gives me extra life, and when it wears off, I lose the life. So it's not good. I get rid of all the Red X and Red X diluted. I'll get rid of most of this right away, and I'll convert the rest into diluted. Get rid of all the stim packs, and I'll just use the super stim packs. Alright. And now I'll buy stuff from the vendor. I'll buy mentats if they have it. I'll buy the Nuka Cola, Nuka Cherry, salt, doesn't matter. That's it. Now I'll buy some junk. Steal all those gears. Until the vendor fills up, you know. And I'll do it again later on. Adhesive. Wood.
If you have supplies
Spring.
to trade,
Rubber.
I can
And we're
be
done.
of service.
Right here. That's it. I'll buy the Psycho. And we'll round that corner.
Why are you back here?
Alright. Cool. And I'll get into this other build, Farmington Jones III. Verify my build. A bunch of farmy stuff. A bunch of findy stuff. Check the map for any public event. There is none. Until now. So I'll swap my build over for the moment. And I'll get into my Pepper Shaker PA. Huh? Get the armor out. I'm gonna drop off some stuff here. There's not many boxes. There's like a cigarette machine somewhere. There we go. All these plans we don't want. And the mods we don't want. And the ammo we don't want. And we're good to go. Time for Project Paradise. Yeehaw! I still am going to be doing all those things I mentioned earlier, okay? But we have to do the public events when they emerge. It's really important. You understand? Do you understand? If I keep pushing off those events, or if I say, sometimes I tell myself that I could go ahead and do a couple events and multitask, but then I end up missing the event. And that happens numerous times during any given session, and that's a bunch of treasury notes that could have added up and rolled over. Alright, hurry up. Right now. What did I mention earlier? I don't know. I don't know. Hey there, Steve. How's it going? Whatever I just repeated. If I said that I mentioned earlier, that means I'm repeating it. So whatever I said right after that or before that is the thing I said earlier. Yeah. Alright, so step one is I'll be going through here. I'll be using my grenade launcher, even though I didn't do what I was supposed to do. That's okay. That's okay. I didn't give myself the demolition expert perk, but I think I can still. Let's hurry up the heck out of here and go to a train station for 3 seconds and move the points over from flim to flam. Ugh. I'd rather be in the Pepper Shaker build with the ability to use the grenade launcher versus being in the grenade launcher build with the ability to use the Pepper Shaker, you know? Did the update do anything besides add the communist stuff? I think it was just for the atomic shop. Maybe some behind the scenes buggery, but it sure was a bunch of communist flim flam. They're the bad guys. They are the bad guys. Look at this. Might as well be a Nazi salute right here. Stomp her foot and salute. What is that? America. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not gonna be all the way good. Alright, let's go back in there. America, flim flam. So, I want to say, now that you are all here, I want to say that I've been playing Deathloop for 2 days now, and it's a pretty cool game. I didn't understand it at first, but now I understand it sort of. Yeah. I think it takes about a day or so to get through the beginning of the game until you really understand what's going on. Okay? It's really cool. It's a roguelike first-person shooter with asymmetrical PvP flimflams. And so with roguelike, that means that you're... That means that, 1 second. That means that dying is part of it, you know? The whole idea of dying is part of it. Is it 10 out of 10? I am immortal. Look at my life. Look at my life. You see? I'm so strong. I'm so strong over here. No quarter my flim flam. All day, every day. All day, every day. I was having fun. Yeah, so in many other games you've had elements of Deathloop. Many other games you've had elements. Okay? Elements. But it's just a game. This one makes sense because the whole idea is like Groundhog Day, you know? It's like Groundhog Day. The whole day is repeating. And all the bad guys that you're fighting, they want it to keep repeating. And you're trying to break the loop. So the whole premise is pretty cool. But they're immortal and they're having parties every day. And you're there to ruin their fun, you know? You're there to ruin their flim-flum. Right? Now the cool part is this. If you die completely, you appear back up on the beach on Monday. Sorry, in the morning. In the morning, on the beach. Yeehaw, okay? And you have nothing. Oh no. But then you unlock the ability to preserve items. And that's where the whole game begins. Because to preserve your items, you have to spend a resource, you see? Yeah. You gotta spend a resource that you get from weird glitches in the Matrix. Weird time aberrations. These hologrammy weird things that shimmer. You absorb them by walking up and you press the R button. So imagine it's like Fallout 76. Okay? This is why I'm mentioning it. In Fallout 76 you have loot everywhere. This game feels, at first, like there's no loot. You're like, where the heck is the darn loot? What is this? Okay? But then, imagine if the game somehow was able to highlight where the important loot is. There's a really obvious lit up flim-flam. It's really, really, really obvious, you know? There's like lights and shining sounds and vibrations, like they're, you know, it's really obvious. Okay? So it's awesome. So you're looting all this stuff, right? Boom, boom, boom. The enemies, they don't really drop anything. They drop weapons and then ammo, whatever. But ammo's free. There's like a really obvious vending machine. Yes, there's a really obvious vending machine that gives you ammo, and it looks sort of like Nazi zombies. That sort of aesthetic with the vending machine, but it's its own aesthetic. It's sort of like the whole culture of Nazi zombies mixed with Bioshock and some other games I haven't played. You know, meaning there's this whole civilization, this whole island of people that were stuck in a time loop yet still conscious. Whenever they die, they appear back on Monday. Oh, sorry, they appear back at the beginning of the day. You know, and time goes into a loop. Yeehaw! They have a party, things happen, but there's changes. Like there's some changes to the world, but I guess it loops around. But some changes are long term, kind of weird. Okay. Right. So, as I kill them, they don't drop much besides ammo and their weapon. You can hold like 3 weapons, right? But that's it. So at a certain point, it's kind of pointless. You're thinking, oh man, there's no enemies. It's pointless. Is what you're thinking. You're thinking it's stupid. But then, the unthinkable happens. I don't like being around legacy weapon users, man.
Attention, citizens.
I gotta leave the server after this event. So, you realize that some of these enemies are dropping some sort of item. It's like a token. It's like a trinket thing that you could use to upgrade your weapons. They do different things, and there's personal ability trinkets and there's weapon trinkets, right? Interesting. Faster reload and whatnot, like mods. But they're universal, so it's very simple. And they drop by the bad guys. But at a certain point, you're able to take those things that you normally lose every time that you die, and you could break them down for a universal resource that you could then use to make other items permanent. So you're able to have an inventory of things that grow over time because they're random. All the bad guys have a chance. I want to be away from this guy. All the bad guys have a chance to drop these weird trinket items. And you want to collect them all, I guess, and then lock them in. And you could break them down for the material again. It's pretty cool. The main point of it is to kill these visionaries within a 24-hour time sequence, within the same day, to go between these points and then do it. Because time is looping and everything. But each of those visionaries is what they're called. They drop this amazing ability, like a supernatural power, like to teleport, or to turn invisible, or to make yourself look like somebody else, or there's a bunch of cool stuff, let's just say. Okay? Plus mods for those things. So you have to go through and kill the visionary on a level at a certain time of day. And the level is comprised... I'm talking about Deathloop right now, okay? You have a big old map, okay? And the map is broken down into chunks, districts, whatever. And you have different times of day, and it's really obvious with the interesting aesthetic. And the whole point is to go to certain parts of the map during certain times of day, because entire areas will be blocked off, or opened up, or not even built up yet, you know? The areas at nighttime don't even exist in the morning, you know? And if you're there, you can see the process of them building up or tearing down, sort of. It's interesting. It's like a Groundhog Day thing where everybody's caught in a loop, and it gives a reason to play the same level over and over again. It's pretty cool. In essence. Right. Now, the cool part of this whole thing I'm describing, as you're going through, you're looking for visionaries. Not every level and time of day has a visionary, so you can kind of go through and farm by killing bad guys, getting all the little trinkets that they might have, the random little trinket things, right? And you're going around and you're looting, like random paint buckets, old tires. But it's just the shiny stuff, so you walk up to the obvious shiny stuff. So I realized that they found a way to make it streamlined and still make it feel like it's random. You know? It's pretty cool how they found a way to make you play the same level different times of day to make it feel different. And it's a beautiful map, and it's a reason to have a weird, funky multiplayer map like that, where it's all about parkour and climbing and finding little secret routes and opening things and security cameras. and it's all about sneaking. It's pretty awesome, and the combat is very crispy. You know, it's all crispy combat, meaning, well, it feels just like cyberpunk combat, where the shooting feels very, very accurate. Even with iron crosshairs, like with iron sights, it's really easy just to shoot ahead from across the field. It really feels like a small adjustment makes a big difference. It feels very accurate, you know. Arthur Morgan! Oh, Arthur. Yeah. So it's great. Right now, here's the really cool part. It's asymmetric PvP. I'm talking about Deathloop right now. It just came out a day and a half ago. Alright? You're playing as Colt, but there's this lady named Juliana. Okay? And she's trying to kill you. It's like this assassin that is trying to kill you the whole time, sometimes. But then, eventually, at a certain point, she's controlled by a player. So a player is able to invade your world. And the reason why this is cool is because it very much feels like what Doom Eternal said that they're going to do. So Doom Eternal, a long time ago, was talking about having players invade your world. Invasion. It's the same terminology made by the same people. Sort of. It's Bethesda. They own id Software and this company. Whatever, you know? So they found a way to have their invasion concept work very well. Because almost all of a sudden it'll say, Juliana's on the hunt. And she's trying to kill you in the super stealth level, but she's on the same side as all the bad guys. And you're trying to be careful because if you start making noise, then all the enemies see you. Right? All the enemies see you, and then she knows where you are, or the other player knows where you are, and it's very dangerous. It's pretty cool. You know? And your character has like 3 lives, but she has 1 life. You know? Ugh. I gotta leave this server right now. Yeah, so, Deathloop. It reaches a point where you're able to knowingly enter an environment. You can turn offline or on or single player if you want. I keep it online. Where you're able to enter a map and know that a player can invade. And you're trying to be careful and be really, really, really sneaky and pull off headshots and distract the enemies and be really tricky. And the more you play, the more you realize that you're the one in control. It's not the person invading. You're the eternal person trying to break out, and they're just trying to stop you. You know? Because that's what my character's saying. My character's saying one day Juliana will realize that I'm the one that's hunting, so forth. Writing on the wall. It's pretty cool. I left these messages to myself on the walls and so forth, hovering in the air, like Memento. It's a mystery. It's a stealth game. It's exciting, but it's very intense, sliding and jumping and parkouring and all that garbage, with superpowers, with amazing graphics. See, I'm using a 1080 GTX NVIDIA flim-flam graphics card, and that's at the bottom of the barrel for the requirements. You know, it goes recommended and then flim-flam down the list, and there it is. It says 10 series at the very bottom. They want you to have 30 series. Crazy. All I gotta say is that it runs darn smooth, way smoother than this game, Fallout 76, and it's beautiful and great. And it has a very funky theme, a very unique theme, you know. The voice acting, very nice. Motion capture's okay. The lighting, the font style, the dominant color usage, all this stuff. All right, let's hop over here. You know, it's a bunch of oranges and blues, kind of funky. There's a funky feel to it, a funky noir, you might say. I would say it's like Tarantino mixed with James Bond, but it's not that Tarantino.
Now, imagine orbs of sublime energy.
Tarantino was
around
trying to
you.
copy an existing
Reach
funky
out
style.
and gather them, bring them to your pillars. This is how we will attain.
I'm trying to avoid
transcendence.
legacy weapon users. Is there another surge of duping or something? What's going on here? Yeah. So it seems like the whole point of the game in Deathloop is to enter a map of your choice at the time of day of your choice to go through and quickly and smoothly kill all the bad guys before any of them shoot back, you know, but quickly. And if you do happen to mess up, you can take care of them, and you have to have that option. But it's really about quickly sliding through and pulling off headshots every 3 seconds. It's really about doing that and opening doors and finding a way around, and then marking. It's really about marking targets, having situational awareness, and knowing the map. Because sometimes you think that you can't get to a spot, but there's a different way around. So it's pretty cool. It hits a bunch of marks across the board. Let me change this over to event. I have to do this public event right now. Campfire Tales. I gotta do it, you know. So busy. I think the most there's three very important things. One, I don't have jury duty. 2, I saw Marvel's What If show this morning, and it was pretty cool.
Have you checked everywhere?
Alright. It was pretty cool. Featured things. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was good. I understand the nature of the What If show now. I think it's really the entire first season. Every episode is an independent story. Okay. Okay. Every episode is an independent story for season 1, which means that season 2 might pick up on those stories and see where they unravel. Because it seems like many of the stories aren't done, and it implies more is going to happen. And some of them have cliffhangers, especially the last 2 episodes have had cliffhangers. I like to move my camp over here. Right over here. Right here. 3, 2, go. Yeah. Peruse and spend. So I guess we have to wait until next week for all the cool stuff. The flames! The fire! The flames! The fire! The flames! All right. All right. Yeah, I mean, really. It's the first big update for the Atomic Shop since the season, whatever, or the first or the second one. Red Menace Bundle. I don't care about this outfit. You think I like communism? I mean, some people don't have this, and that's nice. They don't have it. Our theme for this week is communism. I mean, that fence really is nice. I recommend the fence. You got the bunker. This armor makes that cool sound effect. Boodly bee, boo, bop, boodly bye, boo. You know, whatever. This here's a hold up. Hand over your money. Alright, moving on. Rawhide. Okay, step one. Step one. Let's go straight over here to this event. I have to do this whenever possible. Whenever there's nothing else, I'll get the cranberry relish. Or the berry mentas. It has a giant fish tank in the vault quarters. Nice. I hope that one day the shelters serve more purpose. So I feel like the shelter really serves a purpose on the Fallout world. You know, when it's really crazy and there's no time to take a break. At that point, having a shelter is nice. Or having a shelter. Having a shelter to go to. If your camp is in a nuke site is nice, right? Or having all of your utility flimflams pushed downstairs is also nice. Having an underground mega store is nice. It'd be nice if you could push the allies down there and maybe have the crops down there. I would totally have an underground mega greenhouse. I want an underground mega greenhouse. If I could have a razor grain in my shelter, I'd be the happiest flimflammer. If I can somehow get some moisture condensers to put moisture out of the air. I'm not quite sure how the water purifier would work, but there's a way. Dang it. Or, you know what? The mineshaft shelter has water in the back. So you could have a water purifier. That makes sense. It has an earthen floor. Not all shelters are just stone and metal, right? See, right now I'm just trying to waste the grenades here. I made 1,000 by accident. Land, fellow beasts. Yeah, like with my utility, like that's why I really like the utility room shelter. It's large enough to have everything that you need downstairs. It's not the homiest, but you have like the front area and the back area, and it actually is enough space. The other ones are just so darn huge. I could have it as a gallery of all my treasures. It would be a really, yeah. I still want to make the underground comic shop, or you have a whatever it is. But I think the idea is to have your store be a museum. You know, like the collector from Guardians of the Galaxy. If that guy sold stuff, I think that's a great showcase. Or like a pawn shop. It could just be like a big old weird pawn shop design where you're selling a bunch of garbage, right? Because it's a or a museum or an amazing comic shop with props and big old models and things. Yeah, I was going to turn the mine one into the underground comic shop. Because it's large enough to have a whole building in there. And it's kind of creepy. The outside can be like Halloween themed or something. Maybe. I don't know. And I also like the whole idea with the shelters that if you really, really, really took your time to make a nice base, you don't have to worry about... You basically have a mobile camp, you know? You have a really good mobile camp. Because you can't destroy it if you move your camp wrong. So it's nice. Yep. Yep. I know that it requires stash space to have all your stuff, but at least the magazines and bobbleheads don't weigh all that much, you know, so it's not that bad. Okay, so we have the free range event right over here. I'll go do it. There's 3 people there after all. I gotta do these things. And that event I just did there where I was defending that rocket, killing those scorch beast, whatever, I'm trying to do that as well because that has a chance for the ultrasight plans, I think. And I don't have all of them yet because the Strangler Heart power armor shares the same plan. To your knees, beast. Fall to your knees, beast. Fall to your knees, beast. Eh. Alright, done. too many bad people in this world. I have to leave. I'm not going to start building up workshops until I find a nice cozy server to call my own. I have to leave. Bad people about. Bad people. Bad people afoot. Okay. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, I have the atrium, and I haven't really built anything in there. It's just a really, really tall area. I'm thinking there's going to be potential whenever they add some sort of other element to it. It's just it's pending. I'm thinking some sort of like a haunted house with multiple, like a paintball arena sort of building with multiple floors and openings and walkways, like a nice PvP area. It's just there needs to be more reason to do that sort of thing. It's just kind of weird. Man, all these names, I don't trust them. Oh my gosh, I don't trust these people. Anyways, Project Paradise. We'll see what happens. Let's head back down there, and I'll go through and I'll clear out all the bottom flims. Well, you know what? I just did that, so let's get the. I think I can quickly get the ingredients for some quick mentats. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there should be. I don't know what the reason would be, but there's a way to have some actual meaningful reason to have mindless PvP in a random shelter. I just can't think of it, but I feel like there is a reason and there's a way, because that's where you do it. You know. I mean, geez. I am happy with what I did with my utility room, but I don't like what I did with the other rooms. There's also the lobby that I got. There's some nice space there. I guess you could have like a grand ballroom waiting area. Parties. Parties! Come on down. We'll see. There we go. Just want to get a couple things here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I got my flim flam. Let's head over here to get my Starlight Berry for 5 seconds. Yay. Starlight berries. It's just spy music. It's like I'm playing that other really cool game. So what do y'all think about the Deathloop game, now that I've explained it? Let me head over here and get the rest. I'll go up and around and grab a few. And I think I still need to rebuild my Razor Green Flower Farm. We'll see. Alright. I definitely want to play Deathloop more. But there's an issue with the connection. I lost connection for like 15 minutes. Very upsetting. I wasn't really done with my overall plan, which was to play for a nice hearty session, build up my flim-flams, and then move forward again. I was able to survive a couple Juliana invasions, and that was pretty cool. I got the first one right away. It seems to be fair, because Juliana, the one that invades, you have to kill her one time. But you have 3 lives, so there you go. Juliana has the advantage of having the whole level, you know. But she has pressure to act, because the protagonist has to either just do whatever he has to do, the mission, or before he has to leave, or you have to send some signal to the radio emitter to open up the tunnel so you can leave. So Juliana just has to wait by the radio, or by your objective, or by the tunnels. But there's multiple tunnel doors, so that's kind of hard. You have these grenade things you can use, tripwire, whatnot. It's really cool. And at first it was just upsetting to lose everything, but it's not that bad because there's ways to keep it, and it's like your own responsibility to make sure that you don't go into the multiplayer level or arena unless you're ready to lose something. So that means the game wants you to spend this resource, this universal resource. It wants you to spend it because if you die, you lose it all, or the other player can take it from you. That being said, I was able to take a bunch of garbage from the Juliana character that I killed. I got her invisibility flim-flam, and then I made it permanent. There's a way to make it permanent by infusing it with the resource that you get from random looting or killing the variants. Okay, we're done here. Let's go over here and get some brain fungus. Let's making some quick flim-flam, no big deal. Just some quick stuff. Let's get the brain fungus right now. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I like just the whole style of it. You got this character progression. It's interesting, trying to figure it out, you know. Pretty cool. It's like a mystery, like I said, mystery. Well, aren't most games some version of mystery? You're trying to figure out what's going on. Sometimes it's not that much of a mystery. You know what's going on, and you just have to kill the bad guy or rescue the damsel. Sometimes you have to figure out who's the damsel and who's the bad guy. What am I trying to rescue and why? I actually haven't seen the trailer. You see? Well, I think I saw. Well, I've been looking at Deathloop in my darn loading menu for Bethesda for a while, and it's kind of weird, you know. I got the dude there with the gun, girl there with the gun, and just the whole idea. But now I understand why they have all that aesthetic. And I didn't give myself like a refresher to go watch the video because I'm sure a lot of what was said in the video is what is described over the first couple hours of the game. Like, you don't even know why you're doing it, you know? It's a big mystery going in. It's sort of like Memento. You have no memory and you're figuring it out. But then, once you're able to play the multiplayer game, that's when the whole story is provided and the little cartoon happened for 3 seconds. I have to kill the visionaries. She's going to stop me. I got to get her first. Got it. You know, at that point, I'm sure that's where they're giving you the basic premise. Because they have to describe the premise. You can't just trust them and say, no, it's 10 out of 10. Just buy the game and figure it out. Alright. Yeah. And done we go. Okay, I got the brain fungus, I got the flim flam flu. Done. And now, how many people? 1, 4. Alright, I'll finish up with the remainder of Project Paradise. And then I'll make the berry mentats. And then I have to work on that razor green farm. This build sort of needs it. Some builds don't really need it. I have a lot of AP regen, a lot of agility, and I'm playing at the right pace. Yeah.
Experiment will end promptly if we run out of test subjects. Defend them against the incoming threat.
What's up with all these legacy weapon users? Alright, cool. So now I'll go across the map. Right to here. Right on down across the map. Right now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me go get some razor grain first, huh? Let's get some of that razor grain, even though I don't really fully trust this server. I'll do what I have to do. Let's go stop by Billings Homestead and swing on through. I'll pick up the razor grain and maybe take over the workshop really quick and keep on running, you know. I'm not gonna build anything here. See, we didn't always have the ability to have multiple camps. It's actually pretty awesome because that gives me the ability to have a separate camp with a big old farm, when before I was sort of using workshops for this purpose because it requires a bunch of the budget to have a big farm. Hopefully I can make it mobile, but you know, I don't really need it mobile. There's no real need to have the camp mobile. You know what I mean? No need. Check the map for other players. Let's hurry up. Load bearing. We gotta multitask, people. You see? It's all about that multitasking. Knock out all these events and whatnot. Let me go way over here, break line of sight, capture the workshop. Check the map, and I'll do the event in just a second. I'm gonna go that way and clear through those loot areas. There's a couple magazines and bobbleheads between A and B. Check the map for the players again. Yeah. And builder. Right there. Here we go. Pepper shaker and move. Plenty of time, plenty of time, plenty of time. I'll stop over here and collect all this loot. There's a magazine back here sometimes. Radio off. Yay. Right over here. And then down. I'll multiply the razor grain I picked up. Yeah, the turbo fertilizer grenade and the farmable tiles really are amazing and priceless. Does Minerva sell them? You'd think so. If she does, I recommend you buy them. They're pretty awesome. You get them normally from Reputation, I think Neighborly and Ally, for I think about 1,200 gold total, maybe. Like 500 for one, 750 for the other, or some garbage. Something like that. The well is not worth it. Let's hurry up. Okay, right down, right down. I'll get a drop of corn. There's some stuff in this building. Checking for the magazine, there's nothing. Bunch of blocks. And up we go. There's a Nuka-Cola to go. Some toys up here in the corner. It's lead, aluminum, screws. You know, more lead, plastic, cloth. Got your spring, your copper. Awesome. And now I'll go straight to the load-bearing event and move on. Hey there, Robert, on YouTube, and hail, and welcome. Welcome. This is the long stretch of the seasonal journey. I was able to get 50 ranks really quickly because of the focused XP farming. There's a double XP event. But now it's just slow time. The dark times. Alright, here we go. Son Goku. Or whatever. Hey there, buddy. You love Fallout? Do you now?
Please reserve conversation for
Okay. Meow.
all priority minerals will be collected.
Yoo-hoo! But it's another week, so we have the challenges reset. Yeah, buddy. I'll loot them afterwards. Yeah. Yeah. Want to tag him, you can. I'm just breaking their legs.
Support team proceed.
Yeah. Reloading.
Rare mineral detected error. Collection of living beings not currently authorized.
A lot of bad guys around. Second pass. There you go.
Senior executive.
There you go. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. There's a lot still alive back here if you want them. You got time.
Mineral
Yeah.
detection.
Fire! 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 Yoo-hoo!
Drilling system report.
Yeah, buddy. It's almost time to loot. Fourth pass. Repair.
Persistent worker.
And now I'm gonna loot.
Interruption will
And now it's
be
time to loot, you see?
recorded. All systems.
Now it's time to loot. Got a whole minute and 20 seconds. Yeah. Come on. Oh, time to kill him. That's my weak weapon, you know? I think it's nice to have your own personal version of weak and strong. Something in the middle. Three-star. I don't know if you have time.
Transferring mineral to storage for later collection.
Thank you. There we go.
Attention all personnel. Shaft stability failure detected. Immediate evacuation is required. Failure to exit in a timely fashion will result in docked pay.
We're helping.
Differ systems engaged. Local mineral deposits documented.
All the stuff. Okay, so now I have to make the very mentas. Let's stay active and aware of the next public event. Yeah. Yep. This game is great. Game is super great. But we do know that Bethesda has their hands on some really good game engines. Whatever's running that other thing is pretty darn crispy. So if that's the new engine for Elder Scrolls or something, that's fantastic. The future of Limflam is now. Yeah. Alright. I'll drop this off right over here. Right over there. And boom. Right on the hill. And go. Perfect. And drop it off. And we go on. Yes, indeed. Okay, I believe it's time to get this Razor Green farm up and running. Okay. So I'm going to go down to choose a spot for the farm. I'm thinking, how about over here by the Spruce Knob Channels? I haven't really had a camp over here before, you know, but I've wanted to. There's a bunch of areas, because this really isn't for other people. This is kind of for me. But there are scorched beasts in the area, but it's a pleasant land. How about over here by Solomon's Pond? And I could tame the beast and call him my own. Nah. Let's go over here. Let me do what I have to do. How about right here? How about right here? Huh? Farm. Right here? Maybe? This my lake now? Sadly, no. That was a nice spot, that nice flat spot back there, but what about over here? This is a kind of a tangly, nasty space. What about right here? What's that? I could have this in my camp somehow? Well, that's nice. That's nice. We're gonna use this. Somehow this is gonna be the entrance to my nasty old camp. Well, there's a road here. This is a really bad spot for a camp. Well, I can You might be able to tame the behemoth, but, and that's what I'm talking about. But you could pacify him, I'm pretty sure. You know? And just have the camp be there. So you could have the behemoth. That's sort of why I'm not doing it, because I heard about it externally. I don't like to do things like that. Okay, so these are not good spots. Let's go with some other spots here. How about by the old mold quarry? How about by the cranberry glade? How about by ye old Sparsandu glade? You know what? Let's go over here. Right where this other player is, by Robco. There is that train that's kind of there with a camp in front. I'm pretty sure you could take over that whole spot. Which means I don't have to use my budget on anything but the full boom train. It means I could use it as my defensive front for my camp. And I could spend more stuff on the razor grain. Hello? 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 Oh, I was told you'd be here. I am so worried. Gavin? Gav? Oh. Okay, let's go over here. Right over here. Just around the river bend. Knock knock, who's there? You're mine now, beasts. 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 Sure. You're mine now. This whole area can be my little camperoonie. Right over yonder. Right over yonder. Huh? Right over here. And I'm not going to build a darn thing right over here. It doesn't really connect with the front end, though. I'd like to make a passage leading to the side. I need to have this side under my control as well. So right about here. Is that a good spot? Huh? Is that a good spot? Yeah? Maybe? Yeah? We'll see. Right about here. Right there. And a little bit forward. Right about here. Yay. You're mine now.
Finally, a nice day.
You're all mine.
Day problem. Today, it's these bloodsuckers.
Okay, so temporarily I'll put down a shelter hole right over here. But this is mine now. Right over here. And I'll go into the pit. Yeah.
Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
Alright. Well, I will build here. It's going to be great, and I'll use this spot. And sometimes they're bad guys, sometimes they're good guys. Right now they're settlers, but sometimes they're mutants, you say. But I gotta go for a second. I gotta restart my router. Having issues. Sadly. And I'll be right back in just a second, okay? just a second. I'll be back with more Fallout 76 because I'm nowhere near done, and I have to hurry up. You know, nowhere near done. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Hey, gotta keep your eyes.
Because I gotta level up. You see, normally I could level up quite a bit, and I level up a lot, like 10 times in a day during double XP. But if it's not double XP, then it's like, it's kind of hard to level up at least once per day. I have to do it on purpose. I have to wear a specific build and do specific things. I get a bunch of XP nice and casually, but, you know, not dedicated. Okay, I'll be right back in just a bit, okay? Goodbye. Yeah. Be right back.